So I'm a big ice hockey fan, right? I follow the NHL really closely, and the Washington Capitals issued an NFT series last year to like digital collectibles. And I just want to take a look at it. I'm going to point out something. I'm going to show you exactly why these NFT projects are so ridiculous and complete bullshit, okay? Let's take a look at the project. Capitals, non-fungible tokens now available for purchase. It's like some type of digital stuff like Capitals NHL championship ring, and then a banner, and then like an old jersey that they made into an NFT. They had this artist come in and do it. His name is Robert Generette 3. Good on him, getting paid on this. And hey, listen, if people will buy it, go ahead and sell it, but you're an idiot if you do. If you click through, here's kind of what the Washington Capitals, the page looks like. I don't really care what this stuff looks like, but let's like try to click through here. Okay, so if you click on view on FTX, it says, like, do you understand this shit? I'm like, okay. And then I like to read this. Like, I read this part. I have reviewed the terms and conditions. Okay, let's take a look at what that looks like. All right, so here are the terms and conditions that I downloaded. Here's what it says you actually own. If you own the NFT, you can access, display, or perform the content. Okay, so whatever the collectible item is, okay? It is important to understand, and you acknowledge and agree, that the NFT is made solely available for entertainment and personal purposes, and it's separate from the monumental content. That's like the actual art, okay? The NFT is a single limited additional digital asset created by Monumental that is specifically associated with one or more works of authorship. That means like an artwork, okay? Owned or controlled by Monumental, okay? So what this is saying is, we own the art and you get an NFT that's associated with it, okay? If you own the NFT, you can access, display it, okay? But you can't make money on it because it's our logo and our trademark and stuff, and you don't get that part. The NFT is sold or otherwise transferred to you. By owning the NFT, you receive the rights to access the content, okay? You don't own the content. You have the right to access it, okay? It gets better. It gets better. Ready? The monumental content is neither stored nor embedded in the NFT, but is accessible through the NFT, subject to compliance with these terms. So you don't, the content isn't even on there, all right? Instead, the content is stored at a remote location identified by a URL, okay? A web address, embedded in the NFT. Because the content URL may not be under the control of Monumental, you may lose access to the Monumental content in the event it is no longer stored at the URL. What this is saying is not only do you not own the artwork, you own the right to access it, and we don't have to maintain this whatsoever. You hereby acknowledge and agree that Monumental has no obligation to maintain the content at the URL. That is ridiculous. Are you paying attention? Are we paying attention to what we're buying here? You don't own the art, and you only have a right to access it, and they don't even have to keep giving you the right to access. Keep reading. You acknowledge and agree that Monumental has no obligation to maintain the content at the URL or any other URL on an ongoing basis for an indefinite period, and you hereby agree to discharge, indemnify, and hold us harmless from any and all claims arising from the unavailable of the content from the URL. It keeps going. Monumental grants to you the non-exclusive, meaning somebody else might also have, the same NFT or the same rights to it. We knew that. That's okay. Non-transferable. You can't transfer the content. You can't assign it. You can't sublicense it. You have the right to access, display, and perform the content associated with the NFT solely for your own personal non-commercial use and for entertainment purposes only. So you can't make money on it, and it's just for keeping. So what this is saying is you don't own the actual memorabilia that they supposedly created and supposedly attached to this NFT. That is actually located elsewhere. The NFT is basically just a hyperlink to it, and they don't have to maintain the web address whatsoever. And so it could disappear anytime, and there's nothing you can do about it. Have fun.